Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video. I'm Rosanna and I am here to help you along your personal and spiritual development journey. With these videos, I hope to inspire you to create a life that you're head over heels in love with. We go through the challenges that you might be facing. A spiritual awakening isn't always easy. It's not all tarot cards and sound healing. It can be deep, it can be dark, it can be dirty. And as it is, we often forget that that we're working towards creating a life that we love, and that we're working towards goals, wishes, dreams, and that actually it's okay to want things. It's okay to have these things. And that's what I want us to talk about today, is this idea that your dream life is possible for you and it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to step into your power and claim it. So how do we do that? So what are we dealing with? Like I've mentioned, on this path, so a little bit of backstory. I started as a fine jewelry designer, building a very successful company. I took my company from nothing to turning over six figures in a pandemic, and then I was diagnosed with cancer, started my spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. It's been a tumultuous journey, but I have gone through some of the darkest things that you may ever face, and I've understood that we still need to have a purpose to work towards on this life, and that even though life can be challenging and that we're here for something bigger, we can still achieve goals. So when I had my jewelry design company, I started off personal development, very kind of light and fluffy. Well, Tony Robbins isn't exactly light and fluffy, but it was very much personal development, very much, it was quite a forceful way of learning about how to achieve goals. It was very structured. It was very, this is the way to do it. Think positively, prime for your day every day, cold showers, ice baths, that kind of thing. And whilst it all has its place, I like to see this as creating a way of life and making your life a sacred journey that you love waking up to every day. Because even if you achieve all of your goals, you're still going to have challenges, and we can end up in a loop of always wanting more if we're not addressing our soul as well. So if we're not aligning our goals, our dream life, with our soul, and it's purely based on ego, which is needing to do, have more for the sake of boosting our ego, for the sake of making us feel worthy, lifting our status, having more money, feeling secure. Anything that's a bit fear-based is ego. Anything that is expansive, expansive, not expensive, although it can be both. Anything that expands your heart, it makes you feel joy, fulfilled, like you're living a purposeful life, helping yourself and others, that is soul aligned. So your dream life is waiting for you to get into alignment, reclaim your power and go for it. Stop giving your power away to the ego, the small self that's going to keep you stuck. And a lot of we have a spiritual awakening because we're being called to step into something higher. We're being called to level up. We're being called to move forward on our journey. And quite often it can get messy and it can get painful. And there are really, really dark, challenging times. It can feel like you're going through a midlife crisis. It can feel like a dark night of the soul. It can feel like you've totally lost your way. Even like a little bad day can feel so painful when you're waking up. And I know I've been there on this journey. I've questioned why I'm here. I've had dark thoughts. I've questioned what I'm doing. And then I've had to remind myself that even though this life that my ego had built, which had its purpose at the time, even though that fell away, it's making space for something more magical to come through, more soul aligned, my dream life. And so this is what we need to begin to allow space to receive and allow space for our dream life to be shown to us. So how do we do that? First, I would like you to acknowledge that you have desires, that your heart gives you these goals and desires for a reason. It's not there to set you up to fail. Your soul, your life, these things that you desire to achieve, these things, these ways that you want to help the world, this life that you want to build is yours for a reason. It's an idea in your awareness, in your mind for a reason. So acknowledge it. Acknowledge it and know that it's possible. The universe wouldn't give you anything. Your higher self wouldn't give you anything if it wasn't possible for you. So it starts with an idea, and then we get to bring that idea into reality through the work that we do on a daily basis. Yes, the physical work in the external reality, but also the internal work that we do. So first is acknowledge that your soul desires are yours for a reason. Second is accept where you are. Look at your life right now and accept where you are. You cannot change anything in your life if you're pushing away where you are while you're there, kind of fighting against it, like feeling miserable and pity and victim about why you are in the situation that you are in. So as my life changed and my business changed and my relationships changed and I lost friendships and I lost clients in my old company, and I even have moved house so many times throughout this process, as I'm fitting into a new way of life that is aligned with my soul. Yes, there were days where I felt in victim mode. I fell into victim consciousness, which is the ego, and I forgot my higher self. But when can you align, accept where you are and align with your higher self to bring this your dream life into you? You must accept where you are, because wherever you're not accepting it, you're pushing it away, and what you resist persists. You will have to keep learning the lessons until you surrender and accept it. And then let's get clear on what it is that you want. So you have these soul ideas, you have these little whisperings of what you might like. Write them down, get clear on what it is you want. This is again a huge way, you will begin to acknowledge it and accept it and feel into it, expand into it when you get really clear on what it is you want. And you might try something, you might get it, you might decide you don't like it, you might decide it's not for you, you might think, oh well, that was the wrong thing. But everything that is being shown to you, everything that's coming into your awareness is coming in for a reason. So use life as your clue. So life is like a scavenger hunt. It's giving you feedback all the time. If something's not working, try something else. If you're facing resistance somewhere, there might be a fear within you that you need to look at. And once you look at that fear within you, you will be able to understand it, feel into it, explore the emotion, let the emotion know that it's seen and fully allowed to be there, and then the emotion will disperse and you'll experience shifts internally and externally. And then you're on the next little bit of the path to get to where you need to be. So life is always giving you feedback on your sacred journey to living this dream life. And while you're looking for clues on what's not working, on where some of the challenges are, say you have, back to the challenges, say you have something really big in your life fall away, allow it, let it fall away, because that's what's supposed to happen. Again, it's another clue. It's actually a win. It's actually opening space for something higher to come in. And then look for clues of what is working. So where is your dream life suddenly opening up? One of the things that makes me feel really abundant and alive is being in nature. And I have manifested my perfect home in the middle of fields, and this is why the places that I was living before never worked out, because it wasn't for my highest. And so now I'm pretty sure, now I stepped into this place, my heart opened, even though it was raining, and I knew I was supposed to be there after moving house however many times, going throughout my dark night of the soul. And even with relationships and friendships, like things fell away, and they fell away for a reason. And even though it was painful at the time, it was opening space for something higher to come in. And then you look for signs of, okay, so this thing's fallen away, but where is something else coming in? Where is but I met this person, oh, and I met this person. Like, I've moved back to the county that I was born in, and I actually didn't want to move here. I had a lot of resistance to move here, but when I accepted it, and when I fell into it, so many opportunities that I could never have imagined have opened up to me, from new business opportunities, new clients, events, friends, aligned magic that you cannot explain has all opened up to me since I've followed my soul's highest calling. And even though it's not always the ego's highest calling, if it's the soul's highest calling, follow it, because this is what's going to lead you to fulfillment, joy, and being excited to wake up and see what the journey has to offer you today. So looking for signs that it's coming also reprograms your mind to look for the positive, to look for the magic, and to look for the miracles. And as your mind is doing that, it's going to keep looking for the good stuff, and you're going to keep attracting more and more of the good stuff. And then obviously you're going to face resistance, because your ego your protection mechanism, the part of you that has kind of controlled your life up until you have begun to awaken to your unconscious mind, the ego is going to try and put resistance in your way to keep you safe and keep you in the small self. So your challenge here is to work with the resistance and question it, and question where the fear might be coming from. And I have some journal prompts here to help you with that. Number 1 is, why don't I have the dream life yet? Number 2 is, what could I be afraid of when going for my dream life? And number 3 is, what if I was handed my dream life tomorrow? So these questions are going to give you a real insight into what you might be afraid of, which is why you won't have the thing yet. So it's nothing external. Your internal world creates your external world. It's nothing in the external that is the reason you don't have your dream life yet. It's not the cost of living. It's not because your parents are shit. It's not because your ex-boyfriend's an asshole. It's not because you're bad or a failure or anything. It's because there is a fear internally that you need to work with. And that's where powerful things like working with a private life coach can help you, especially one trained in shadow work like myself. We help you go into the unconscious mind, feel into it, work with it, communicate with it, make the unconscious conscious, and from this place then you can consciously create a life that you love, which is where you open up to living a soul aligned life, living your dharma, and really, really beautiful sacred life journey. And then when you're doing this, it's really then becomes much easier to manifest, because you understand your unconscious mind, you understand the fears that are holding you back, you work with the fear disperses. And there'll always be a new level to go to. That's the point. That's why it's called an individuation process. That's why it's a journey. It's not a from here to here in 30 seconds. It's not, it's not like the clickbaity stuff might tell you it is, but it's worth it. And this is the key to waking up to a life that you're excited to live, waking up to creating a life that you're head over heels in love with, a magical life, is understanding that it's a journey, and yes, there will be challenges, but can you turn those challenges into a scavenger hunt? Can you make your life a scavenger hunt that is beautiful? And at every twist and at every corner, there is a little situation for you to go through to uncover something else, to lead you to the next piece of magic. And you're constantly looking for magic, you're constantly looking for feedback, and your dream life will start to unfold in front of you. And it's such a beautiful process, and it's so magical. And when you see it start to happen, and when you feel with it, and when you connect to it, it is like heart-opening, magical shit. So to get clear on what it is you want, journal on it, journal on these questions to help you understand your fear. And then I have an amazing meditation that has been inspired by Dr. Joe Dispenza called, I think I've called it Tuning Into New Potentials, but his meditation is Tuning Into New Potentials out of his book, Becoming Supernatural. I've done it a few times. I've created a shorter version for you that you can, I'll put the link here. And it's a really powerful meditation. It requires some journaling and some thought beforehand. The instructions are in the description, so yes, go and do that as well alongside this, and it's just a stepping stone for you to create your dream life. You know, your dream life is waiting for you. It's possible for you if you can dream it, if you can imagine it. It is possible for you, and you're doing your soul, you're doing life a disservice by not going for it. So I hope this has helped you light a fire within you to go for what it is that you're here to experience. Go, enjoy it, love it, experience it. And if you need any support, leave a comment. If you have a question, leave a comment. If you're facing a particular challenge, you can leave a comment. You can connect with me on Instagram. Please hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest content. I release meditations sporadically, but there are tons of powerful meditations for you to go through at the moment, and I release these videos weekly. I have a really powerful free Your Most Empowered Self meditation that you can download, along with some more information on how you can connect to your most empowered self. This meditation is not available anywhere else, and you can download it through the link in the description. And if you would like to work with me on a deeper level, as always, I have the beautiful Lotus community, which is a focus on your spiritual growth and meditation, living a life of meditation, creating a sacred journey of your life. And I also have deep, transformative private coaching packages, which you can learn more about in the description below. I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope this video has helped you, inspired you, encouraged you to go for it and go and claim the life that's waiting for you.